It is the sound that makes fugitives all over Northeast Ohio just a little bit nervous. It is time for Cuyahoga'S Most Wanted. Every week we partner with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department, Crime Stoppers of Cuyahoga County, and here at Channel 19 to feature 3 fugitives every week that are out there on our street making us all a little less safe when they're innocent until proven guilty. But when you're facing serious charges like murder, rape, you need to be off our street and in front of a judge answering to those charges. We're going to bring in, as we do every week, Detective Red Dyer with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department. Detective, how are you today?
Fantastic, Dan. How about you?
Absolutely great. Thanks for joining us. It's time to get to work to get more fugitives off our street. Red, explain to our viewers that may not have seen this, although we think that after doing this for a number of years, we'd like to hope that everybody has seen at least one of these segments. Why do we partner up? Why does Channel 19, why does the Crime Stoppers of Cuyahoga County and the Sheriff's Department, why do we have this partnership?
Well, Dan, we've seen great success with this program and getting these individuals off the street and into a courtroom. This builds community trust. It opens up the opportunity for people to earn a potential reward for their tips while remaining completely anonymous, and it helps get justice for these victims.
And as Red said, we have some incredible success here, whether directly or indirectly from being featured here on Cuyahoga'S Most Wanted. We're looking at a 70% capture rate. That's 7-0. So basically 1 or 2 out of every 3 of the fugitives we're about to feature is about to end up in front of a judge, and that's the way we like it. Detective, let's get to our first case. What do we know about Ryan Carile?
Well, Dan, what we can tell you about Ryan Carile is that in March of 2017, Ryan pled guilty to gross sexual imposition, corrupting another with drugs, and unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. Very serious charges. He's required to register with the Sheriff's Department as a sex offender due to this guilty plea. According to reports, in July of 2013, the victim, who was a juvenile, disclosed that she had engaged in sexual intercourse with Ryan, who was 20 years old at the time. It further states that prior to that, he provided the victim with Xanax and heroin. So very troubling. Ryan has failed to register with the Sheriff's Department as required, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. He can be identified by his many tattoos, to include a tattoo on his back that reads EST 1993, as well as his various neck tattoos and a tattoo of a skull on his right forearm. He's 5'5" and 135 pounds, and was last known to be staying in the 3200 block of West 110th Street in the city of Cleveland.
I can't count the number of times we've seen that, Red. People who think neck and face tattoos are a great idea at the time, but now that they're wanted and on the run, boy, it sure makes them easy to identify. Let's get to our next case. James Ford, what do we know?
Well, Dan, what we know is that according to reports in July of last year, it's alleged that James Ford forcefully entered the victim's residence and struck them in the head numerous times, also cutting them with the knife while the victim's child was present. Very scary situation. He failed to report for court-supervised release as instructed, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. He can be identified by a tattoo of what appears to be feathers on the right side of his neck. He may also have affiliations with the Superior Boys gang. He's 5'7" and 130 pounds, and was last known to be staying in the 10,000 block of Ashbury Avenue in the city of Cleveland.
We have some intelligent, some very great staff with the crime and gang units around Northeast Ohio, but this is where the public can come in and help. Red, before we get to our next case, we're going to take a short break, but I have to tell our viewers, this is one of the more disgusting cases that I can remember in a long time, but we're going to get to that just after a 60-second break. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. It is a chance for you to help get fugitives like Mr. Ford off the street. We're going to bring Detective Red Dyer back in. Red, this case really turned my stomach when it came through and we were preparing for this segment, which is the very reason this person should not be allowed to be on our street. Innocent until proven guilty, but they should be in a courtroom, not on the street. When you hear about the case of James Collins, what do we know?
Well, Dan, what we do know is that the details behind this are deeply troubling. It's alleged that in June of last year, James Collins brutally raped an elderly female. A warrant has been issued for his arrest in this case. This was so serious that the victim in this case was hospitalized for an extensive period due to multiple serious injuries, Dan. So somebody we definitely want in a courtroom. He's approximately 5'7" and 150 pounds and was last known to be staying in the 9500 block of Kohler Avenue in the city of Cleveland.
And I just want to keep this picture up here for a little bit so that people can get a good look at James Collins. Again, just accused at this point of the alleged rape of an elderly woman, attacking her so brutally, putting her in the hospital for quite a period of time with multiple injuries. This is why we do this program, because that woman needs justice. And Red, that's what we start talking about. People get nervous. They don't want to get involved. They don't want their name associated with this. They don't want some court file to go forward and Mr. Collins sees that it was John Smith that made the call. Why is that not an issue, and why is it that Crime Stoppers is such a valuable resource when people just want to help clean up their street?
Well, Dan, as we discuss every week, we don't record the phone calls, we don't take down your name or any personal identifying information. All that we provide you with is an anonymous tip number that you can reference when you contact us, and you can call back, see if you're eligible for a reward.
216-252-7463 is the phone number. It's very easy to remember. It's basically 216-25-CRIME, C-R-I-M-E, 252-7463. It is a chance to not only clean up your street, but there is reward money involved, and we know that money can be a big motivator. Red, it is up to a $5,000 reward. So when we start talking about reward money, Detective Dyer, what do you like people to know?
That crime doesn't pay, but Crime Stoppers does.
Crime Stoppers absolutely does pay reward money of up to $5,000. It's very simple. When you call in, even though it's anonymous, you're probably asking, well, how do they know how to pay me or to get my money? You get a tracking number, a reference number. Think about tracking a package online. You will call back in 45 days, give them that tracking number, and see if your tip led to that arrest. It is that simple. Detective Red Dyer, we've got another 3 on the books for the week. Let's go get them.
Thank you, Dan.
All right, we appreciate the time. That is Detective Red Dyer with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department. We are committed to this. Again, a 70% capture rate, whether directly, indirectly. The individuals featured on Cuyahoga's Most Wanted, boy, they don't stand much of a chance of being on the run for a while, so they may want to do the next best thing. Just turn yourself in. This has been Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. I'm Dan DeRose for 19 News. Look for our 11 o'clock news on Cleveland's 43. That's 15 minutes from now, and then our noon news on Channel 19. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a good day. Red, Patricia, thank you very.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. Have a good week.
Thanks for the time. We'll get this new system kind of dialed in here shortly. So just give us a couple of weeks.
Sounds good. Have a great holiday.
You too, folks. Take care.